Welcome to In Honor of Christ TV.
Enti odo ene otan die hempa na wo hwa ewotumi.
Odo ne otan. Na me ba wo so dwen wo say odo ne otan den ewotumi.
Me de nka odo wotumi.
Me no ya adwen. Because so church now say God is love. And so if God is love, I believe that love conquers everything. And love has power over anything. And as I see we cry it is, the basis or the foundation of the earth is built upon love because God is love. And this oka odo any otan any basis. There is no foundation for hatred. Foundation for hatred onipa because adea ema hatred eba asasi so any source from God. Adea bia any direct source from the creator. Enya adea ewo foundation. Meaning say yehwe odo a say the Bible kasa na yehwe odo, the Bible says that God is love and ye kasa nyame odo a meaning say the foundation and the source of God of love is God. And you can't hatred and so God is not a being of hatred. Until hatred does not have a source or a foundation. Until hatred a weak in front of what we call love. And both of them no busamia. Love is more powerful. Even ye onyankopon part na you say God is love no cry free ho. And the fact said the universe, the galaxy, everything that exists is compassed in the idea or the thought of love no cry free ho. Ye yankasa ye nipa yentem krana ye hu say ye limited beings even in knowledge, understanding of how things are no cry no. Yes, small emotional connections with people now you kind of love no cry. You want to say, amazing. Imagine the love of a mother between a mother and a son, a mother and a daughter, a father and a daughter, family love, whatever you call it, and even husband and wife relationship. It's amazing than hatred. And then I believe that is what I can say. Love is
But so when
powerful.
him say the all kinds is say na semeti ase a odo wotumi.
Yeah.
But so when him so say obi etumi de otan ekumobi. And the intermaker say so otan na to the extent say obeku ne dia that means say otan no na no
To
one
me.
thing.
Okay. The same thing, true. The same year, who say, meaning so they come where we are.
Yeah, maybe.
The same year, obitimi de otan ekunipa no, sa no obi nso de odo de ne ho so to homo bi. And I can ye ewo to me enye de ye strong. To me, power is different from having the depth of whatever thing it may seem in a person. The ambassador chain, I quite to say, obitimi time will be to the extent so who cry na the casa crumpeti. No to me time na say or cash the second 20 minutes go a chantia obicha. Now, sadly, no, odono enyini abedum pempenso bi say wabeye insensitive towards say nipa kro no. In the acquired to say to say nipa no what generate what we call bitterness to a certain stage bia sa bitterness no aba beye ehimro so in the say nipa kro no ni bia enye ne fe wa ma no kwan ba onipa na otesa no mpo no se odisa aboni kwa most of the time no osa benya no enti ade bia obi beye through hatred na obewie no obenu no ho no sa ade ni foundation meaning say inherently onipa bia no ye boy yen through odom enti so wo ya ade through odom a hwe ni gi eba wo ho hwe kankan so wa ma obi kura sika na wa ya ado ya ma obi kakra no kra wa ya wo dia ya ado you feel like a superhuman oh no ade a wode wotan hwe obi wo ekom timi de no no akobokron no ekom na de no ama na akobokron no ba wodidi wi anu ase enu so obokron na didi enti ade bia ye de hatred bitterness eye bia no sense any basis in God no it doesn't matter who or what enu hu techiri
na obi nso tumi hu obi dako onim ni dawo ase we dey my first time am hu ni but ma pe wa asem
okay
obi nso tumi ka say obi nso tumi hu obi first day ase me dey we dey me mpena asem den na etumi say because onim ni dako pe ase me mpena asem dako pe ase me mpena asem
but dey back so no so there are two things involved and we have the physical aspect of the organ and the spiritual aspect of the organ. Ye will be one of my ya ton sir. Inti ye yin ni munyam onamwa oni that favor. Inti no be hu no crampo no ade anke be nipa no obe hu ebeye mmoa no na nipa no akoye tan. Eno no some spiritual ho obu aye yin ni munyam oni the favor. Ba bi obedru bi anka obenya mmoa pi no saa mpempenso no dru a emmoa na wo senke ba ne ho no saa mmoa no emma enipa no hu na otano ene ye wo the physical aspect no so ne say ye wo bi wo no mo a tresem de kan according to the book of Job say di mpa ye sene ahunyade ye wo bi wo nso so a obetena ase obebo ne bra senior no peniti na da bi e ka say the fathers and the mothers should be very careful the life they live. Because the physical aspect of when somebody seeing you and hating you, and so no has always got to do maybe with the name or identity. Because family identity should be protected by anyone within the family, especially some other one. And one of the most important things is the family name. So now do din to baso. Nese udu din beto akra ne so one of the gift and properties anybody will ever give to a child or a descendant or a generation is a name. Because oka chere me say odi ejapade ma akola umfa hwe but name becomes the identity of a person. This is nipa no na physically oboni din chere maybe na din na ye me boneda. Me pacho dem count as din na oni akro ne boy me na aye me boneda nipa ne ni me ni ye. It's anything about sardine or mempehu. Obu okro okoye CV okope adwuma na ehu din na atoponim. Antene ye wo spiritual aspect bi te say ya ton din no se ba bi edin ni bekobia ni kwan say nya favor ye ti din ni pe etan bi ni din na chi eno no wo ho eno de nupa no ni mokra na ote udin etan be du achi ana sunsum atwa ho ahia no kra no ye ton ma bibia na se ye ton kra na most of the time young sadan kasi aton but most of the time enipa nso ye de ano asem etimi create atmosphere ama sa atmosphere no ba bi e bedru bia no ye ho ye nkofo ahi because ensem a ye country was the Bible says that as a man thinketh so he is, and so our thoughts, our words create demonic atmosphere around us. Aya men enipa ye sunsum ma ye forget this bibia anya physical. And no baby abekobi anipa no nimu kra na ohoye nahi ana second edeme kan edino enso to me call say and your appearance kran so etumi mo bi nso hit you the way you appear o mannerism kra no etime ne kwan afa so kran so e kasa enso so e mo bi so tumi hit you ntino
give it up dressing o the dressing
ne hoye nahi but eno no sa no tini there is a variation. Obi on my dressing to your town, no problem. And then our dressing no problem. Because I mean my dress
to me town e what the when ya on one.
And only bitterness and envy.
Yeah.
And it's a bitterness and enviness or humaness all time. Yeah, no problem. And only in my case, but in a situation whereby I am the cause of whatever hatred or bitterness coming to me, you know. Say men am here the cause, I have a problem. But say men the cause of it. Let's say the problem of the second person there, then I have nothing to do. Meaning, but was a make out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, obi nso wɔ hɔ a o yɛka ne sɛ ebia te sɛ me ne wo set example
Yeah.
ebia na mepɛ w'asɛm paa mepɛ w'asɛm
Yeah.
but all of a sudden na benya wɔ time ama wo.
Yeah.
And the reason why odo na me won abedane wo time eye de obi akafa wo ho akere me.
Okay.
Enti no instead say mebusa asem no asechire yie afiri ho no me de ahye me mu. E na me mu no me believe de ye beka kire me nti enu nti no amama generate or time at the amount. As na me do pa o. And na mati se munti. Sisi a the town.
No.
Na me no.
Debbie.
Okay.
No, if we say. You can't order. This is the problem of the world. When we talk about love breaks through anything as distrust, disbelief. The entire OG nipa na semo or kind and say already in your mind you have conceived negative thought about say nipa.
Yeah.
Because obia odono no say what one oba no be catch us or buy a crabonia. You don't believe the person or the testimony of the person concerning your son or daughter simply because obia be can't intimate. Na me domi bano, matino. No. Now knowledge and understanding comes here. Because you cannot hate people based on the testimony of other people without having a personal experience with them. Your always the foundation of your hatred should always be built through personal experience. And this will be uni ni panete na se odono. We use word say odono. Say I'm passing now odono. Then where come that part now? The okaze ni panete can sem chire me na me betan. Meaning say
yeah.
because there was already a residue of distrust, disbelief. Inti nipa ne kan no ebe so and ebe confirm ye and I twe ho and a done time. Because you cannot just hate people because of others. Because I mean me yere te no se meji me yiri di. Meji me kunu di. Ne se obi ba be ka kyerem se me hu se onu ukunu koye se ya. Ne se me yere gi sa de ni di a meaning say na me yere doubt me dada. Na me yere wo problem bi wo ho dada. But then se nipa ne be kana me yere do me no e na wo do bi so a wo gini di. Untumi nka se me do ba me nyi kidie wo mo. E na untumi nka se me gini pa ne di ba me no no. Enu di na ansa na obi betumi aka se ma bedu obi hu nkoma a kyere me. Ma beta ne prekope no na already no no time bi ana obi bi wona kom mu fa nipa no ho. Enu nti na ma obi adansedie fa saa na ho ne be ye no kore e ma otumi tan no.
Okay, very good. Enti because what do me? Upofri mu ya what me ho asem na ate no say no press
No.
when bisame and into what for me
Wa fa tim ka bi ni se na e ade a na e wo ni mu.
Odo no nye real.
There is nothing like that. It is a who say nipa kro na say wo ye obi a wo say nipa ne say watwene ho anase atete sem no wate say nipa no so watwem ebi enkomomo no obi aka tro say nipa simesi ka kyerem say otwene ho firi ho because say nipa simesi na kan bibi say fa ho kyere no otwene ho say nipa kro na waye wadamfo na watwen ho no me a men kone ne nkoye namfo bi me a meka kyerɛ say one ni mpo ne da sɔre one ni didi kora na atwe ho because da bia meka say se obi beben udrum pempenso bi say obefra wadamfo no okasa medo na wantumi en defend o na okusa
entumi nya adamfo bit my family member
anybody who is close and call you my beloved entumi be kan kire me say mate asem bi afro bi a ommen o ntimagini panadi
won so wan bebusa say ni pa kro side of the story e bi kra na me say me kan kra na
there is always a reason for the action.
No, be catch you no. Enka bisampo say e den na ono nso mpo e kan ye wa bra me kan de me kan ye because I think any papa ko fun ko ne di konkonsa na say
yeah, and so it has a tree every free and you know it comes from a different roots.
You know Neso otan so wo tumi on. But just say
Otan
on ben odo.
otan wo tumi ewo inipa baako peso. Da bia won say mame underline we. The source of love is through God, and God created each and every one of us. Indeed, within each and every one of us, there is love distributed through God, because the Bible says that God is the Father of spirit, and God is the Father of spirit. Every spirit within any creation comes from God, and the Bible says God is love. And so, if God is the Spirit of love, and through Him all spirit came, then within each and every one of us there is what we call love. Or time comes in personally, individually. Hatred is spoken to receive from others, but hatred has no source in God. This is what I mean. And this is hatred, any hatred mood or hatred mode. Hatred comes through selfish reasons, personal selfish reasons. Obu onomo a eyo no desire. Ena generator bedum pempenso bi se nea wo pene ne nsa anka na abeda ne time. In Ferrari, the source of hatred is not God. A individually exposed, individually released, individual character or individual trait. May ade ebema maye hateful. Different from ade ebema waye hateful. And dear Bema, we are hateful, different, because our desires differ. Out of the desires of a man comes bitterness or what is good, evil or good. Into what are you desiring? I am more so bitter and hateful. But love comes from God and not the obia obi, because it has a source. But hatred is individual. I can learn hatred from my parents, but the basis of that hatred, no, ebia niema bi na mesuaye edeka ho, but the basis comes from me, efrimi amemu. Say ntu enfrimi mu a, me maami ntumi ntu enfrimi mu. And so hatred has no source in God. Obetumi aka say bonsam, but bonsam has no power over any body spirit, even God. And it's na Nyankopon kan say according to Revelation, so say Mijina wakoma pono boom so baby a. We allow and you know say Bible say si wani no wa so kwan na only the gateway to your soul. So one yes ade na enema a wo tene enema a wo hu no betimi nya ma wa be bitter and hateful. Nti eye wo na wo se osi kwan, but love is given by God and the general.
And there's a saying say any pain na do wadwie.
Yeah, and also and like and also but what about that?
Na say enuko so bia do definitely I was at least unyo time by force unyo time ana
No, no, that is not what that means. Nipa nyina do it, kind. Two reasons, two things are involved. First, when you see your enemies helps you to advance. So, nipa bi mpewa asɛm a, it pushes you to do beyond their expectation. Ɛboa. But say enipa nyina dɔ a sɛbi etimi sɛe ade papa na ɛte wo so no akɔyɛ te sɛ obi a ne ɔdɔ ne ba paa sɛ wobɛdɔ wo ba duru mpɛmpɛnsuo bi na wan balance ne the Bible so say spare the rod spoil the child. The rod becomes the ounce of hatred through other people in your life. In this our rod no bɛyɛ mempana asɛm enipa we de mi kyiri no say all of these bitterness and hatred no a you bring the best out of you into the part where people hate you, part where people love you, become like the sun and the moon. It helps you, I say, uja and ensure a boama ye carve into the precious metal that is necessary for the purpose of God concerning your life. But I say, udu uwo baby na busano biado. So biado ni eji utumwa. You are okay. It brings comfort. You are living in your comfortable zone. You are never pushed to do more because ye nyina ye jiwutum. But se udum pempenso bi ne se enipa nyina be jiwutum nipa nyina be dowa, there is no effort in your life.
yeah. Na oni say you will be a we yin animam we hu say odo.
Yeah.
Nim say nipa we there is mami we dey opema asem Maybe the minimum so opemase because ne nneɛma bi a wɔyɛ bi akyerɛ sɛ opemase. But at the back of me penasem n'akyi no, there's a hidden hatred bi. Nti ubɛyɛ den na wohu sɛ ɔdɔ na ne pɛ na yɛkyerɛ wo no ɛnyɛ genuine. Na mmom no ɛyɛ w'anim na ɔyɛ saa because yɛ nkɔfo bebree a w'anim na ɔpretend sɛ wɔdɔ wo.
Then na who so pretend.
Oh, sɛ deɛ nti a mɛmɛmɛhu sɛ wodɔ me no ɛbɛkɔ akɔsi sɛ deɛ mɛka sɛ wopɛ menim sɛ mepɛ w'asɛm na mmom no obi bɛka me ho asɛm kyerɛ wo na woambɛbusa me na wode hyɛ wo mu ɛma ɛnam ɛno so nti no watan me no because before then na menim sɛ wopɛ m'asɛm but wɔyɛ nsi a enka mehu
and I will
sɛ
say obi wa na otumi edo o show love ekyerɛw na enso so no deep down within them no no more town and I'm say eye den na be hu say deep down because o can say me say physically oye niema nyina ma e show to say the odo meaning say obey a fruit of love but bitterness and hatred e wona koma mu
me mom de me experience bi but mati and me hu bi wo movies mu and you should know say ade a ye de movie no meaning say esi
true and I make say ansa no bi be conclude say nipa no ofeki say wodome ba onome no na wanya bibi agina so because until you identify that fake character you cannot justify what you are claiming or what you are saying. Intina make say there are mentality bi or no more. Say a buy too much of information can also destroy a good character or a comfortable character because there were some experiences bi or maybe munya.
Bacho the inter make us say ebia minim say wodomi o me hu se wodomi ba bibi na sinti the see ye no one mebusa me side of the story no what conclude bibia ene no on kasa me hu biem we na ma hu se ene no odo na wo kire me no na ye nisu because odo me pa enka ibi mpa de wo te ye no enka bebusa what the make na say eno ni begina question na me yasana na me ka say obi wo ho a o wanimu no ma hu so odo ba wachin because ye onkofo bebre wo a obesra hwe wanim oni betena sie di nkom o sorry call ye obeka wachi asem
because of baby sa na me ka say wonya identify say nipa we interview so where you say what is the basis of say nipa no fake once you identify that thing say nipa no fake don't waste time no one also who say we don't hate people but rather you are careful around people. You can talk to them, let them be in their own suspense, leave them in their own pretense, but then let your reality speak for you. Even though you know say omu fake, but sometimes no who here so be pointing it out because most of the time the entire pointed out some things to people and say we need them in our lives. When you need somebody in your life for a long term, and I'll point to be channel like marriage, family, brother, sister. But obi ono mo ya sorry ana say bia nipa no kra no Sunday na abehia no ana say adwuma kra ana say bibi a long term relationship a who is a brebia no nipa de be nante a channel you point it out. But obi a who say a few like the impact in your life is not that much huge. Or live a fake life, just let them live it and be real. Don't live fake with them because when you copy what they are doing, you change yourself. And you don't live like them, but be real and let them live that. But if you want to tell them, say they are living faking, so you can advise them, but not pointing it to you. So they are who or no.
Okay,
apart from that, then you leave them.
Yeah, until lastly, no. Then I may say, episode when say, I was say, ye train more be chere or do, and son, I yes, ya chere or drama.
Dabi. Cemetery, kind of yeah. Do we have to respond to the love others offer to us? And you know, meaning say, if there is no offering of love, we don't also offer it. No. Because the first word that will kind and I say, when somebody, as long as there is another person to offer, you also should always be ready to offer. I say reciprocity, reciprocal
Okay.
thing. You don't wait for people to do before you do. Don't become one who react. Always build your character on action. Do it first. Because do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So then nipa na ye first and our pa. Also ye first. When we all possess this kind of mindset, you will see our community and our families will change. But the end, we are reluctant towards others. Yeah, change say, I'm taking the first step in order for us to feel good, important, or wanting. And some are responding. If you become a responder in life, you will live beneath others' actions. There be also moya and sana waye. There be also moya and sana waye. Always initiate, become a leader. Start it. It does not change anything or take anything. You become a leader. And men train say obi show love and I'll be acting love and son our responding. Be ready anytime, any day to love others freely by yourself.
Okay. Masi bibiase. Na say mama ntwan mu obi nkyerɛ me dɔ.
Um,
Ɛwɔ sɛ me ya, ɛwɔ sɛ me ma ne daddy.